Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 86 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm hanging out with my drones, look at that. I'm doing some cool stuff with drones and I wanted to show you guys exactly what it is that I'm working on. It's made my farming just that much more efficient. Now I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been getting a ton of seeds. Well, a ton of most of the seeds. Except for a certain kind, which is one of the ones I need most of, which is squid plants. As you can see, I'm really not getting many squid seeds. However, I just fixed that, and I'm getting them now. And the way I fixed it is by using drones. Here's the cool thing about drones. You ready? Drones can be given in their dig area or item pickup or anything else. You can set up an item filter. So I went ahead and crafted a couple of those guys. I think you need the burst plant seed plastic for that. Item filters can specify a specific item and a specific metadata to interact with, be it item pickup or digging. Now, those of you who are a little bit more familiar with the intricacies of Minecraft know that different plants at different heights or different growths have a different metadata value. So, you know, like metadata value 1 is when it's first planted. Metadata 2 is when it's grown a little bit. Metadata 3 is when it's grown a little bit more. Well, I happen to know, thanks to talking to my buddy Mine Martin, and also from a little bit of testing, that the metadatas for his Pneumaticcraft plants that are fully grown and ready to be harvested are both 6 and 13. So I've got two item filters here. I've gone ahead and set it up so that it uses squid plant seeds. And you'll also notice that his seeds have different metadata values as they're planted as well. So it's the same item value. So the seeds themselves are different metadata values. I don't know how it works behind the scenes. But long story short, we basically said, hey, take those seeds, and I went with squid plant seeds, and it's working for all of them. And for metadata value 13 and 6, you dig out in the area as defined here. Ta-da! So that's what the drone is doing right now. He's running around and he's waiting until the plants are fully grown. And it's at the point that they're fully grown when they're ready to be harvested. I'll demonstrate right here with some bone meal. And the reason this is so useful for us is that most of his plants, for example, the squid plants, right? When they reach full-grown state, it's ready to be harvested. And you can see it flying over to dig it right now. And we get more than one squid plant seed from it. However, when it's beyond that point and it starts getting ready to spit out a squid, it's not ready to be harvested. So the squid thing popping out of there, that means it's grown too much, and we'll only get one of the seeds from it. So that's why we weren't getting really much of a boost in the number of squid plant seeds. The other seeds that I'm planting, most of these guys are just, you know, we happen to be getting doubles. I don't know how it works entirely. But long story short, doing this thing with the drone is definitely improving my squid seed income. As you can see here, we've now got, like, you know, just in the last few moments, we've got more squid seeds. Now, I obviously have this issue here, so I would like to demonstrate, if I can, an idea that I have. I'm not sure if it's going to work. So let me play with it a little bit, but I think I've also figured out a way to handle this. We just need to get it into some kind of player's inventory. So I'm gonna try turtles. Let's see if that'll work. I do have my acid turtle here, which is pretty much the right setting, right? Let me take a look. So we've got squid plant seeds. Those are the ones that go in water. These are the ones that go in soil and dirt, right? So I'm just curious. That'll do. So if we pop these guys... Oh, stop that. I know what you're doing. And that's kind of nice because that's kind of what I want to do. So let's go ahead and put him in there. So that's the kind that is dirt, grass, etc. Let's have him turtle.drop. Well, actually, we need to do select one and then drop. Now, how did you... I hate that. Turtle.suckdown. I don't think that's going to work, is it? And I can't go pick it up. Yeah. If I go and pick it up, then, yeah. It's automatically the right kind, right? I think. So let's try that again. Turtle.drop. I love the way items drop. It's the best. Well, they're still turning into the dirt, grass, farmland kind. Alright, so let's see if I can get this guy. Maybe if I put a bucket of water there. I think I have one right outside because I was doing some other testing with some other stuff. I was testing with the squid plant seeds off camera. Maybe if I put water there, it'll be a little bit more reliable with its item dropping. Turtle.drop. Oh, right, I have to drop down, don't I? Well, there's your problem. Turtle.drop down. There we are. And now turtle.suck down. Ah, it's still dirt, grass, and farmland. Darn it. Alright, I'm going to play around a little bit and see if I can't figure out any way to trick this thing into thinking that I've done what it wants me to do. And if I can automate turning the squid seeds into the right kind of squid seed, cool. If not, I'll just have to come by every now and then, pick them up into my inventory, and then drop them back on the ground, or whatever, you know. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. But as you can see, the drone down there is doing a great job. Now, I still have my whole automation system set up the way it was, so that when the thing is about to replant the seeds, it'll still harvest everything that's in the way, so it does clear out the farmland before it replants. And I've also gone ahead and planted down some slime plants, because remember, I didn't really want to plant those because they were always a nuisance. Well, not a problem anymore. Also, yeah, look at that. See how that thing's going down there? This is pretty neat. I set this up off camera too. I wanted to make sure that it was collecting all the squid seeds and everything that were popping out of here, because they would usually land in water, and that was always a problem for my golems, right? So down here, I've got that kinetic attractor set up, and it's pulling items towards that center cobblestone block. You can see there's a piece of cobble right above it. I put the cobble there just to kind of be an indicator of where those items are. Right? So the cobble's there, and the golem is happily picking up the items from on top of the cobble. And I've also got an on-off switch right here, the signal terminal. That is tied up back here to this signal terminal. And I've got the code in the program here set up to turn on that output on the right, which is the signal terminal, and right before it's about to run the plant program, which is what drops all the seeds, we set the right redstone signal to false. Then it plants all the seeds, and then it sets the right redstone signal to true. Now there's a little bit of a bug. I don't know if it's with... I'm guessing it's with Pneumatic Tinkerer. But let's run auto run now, and you'll see what I mean. Believe it or not, it does actually turn off the attractor. But for some reason it visually doesn't look like it is off, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. Because as it's about to, you know, go do what it needs to do, so you can see there it's getting items, the golem's doing his thing. Watch what happens when the seeds drop out of the droppers here once it starts moving. It just is a visual bug though, it's not real. You'll see here in a moment once it starts moving. See how all the items look like they pop forward? But look, they actually did plant. The items are not really being pulled forward, it's just a visual bug. For some reason, it's not updating and realizing that the redstone signal's off. So it's showing on my screen like the items are getting pulled forward, but they're really not. So again, not entirely sure why that's happening, but it is. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Now what I'd like to do today, now that all that automation is set up and all that cool stuff is there, and I'm also getting tons more squid seeds, because believe me, squid seeds were being a nuisance. So I want to grab some of the other ones that are dirt, grass, farmland. If I just drop the whole stack and pick it all up, you'll see it turns into the ones that are plant in water, as you guys have seen a couple times now. Let me put my GPSs away and all this other junk that I've got. The turtle didn't work. Like I said, gonna look into a way to automate that turtle thing. If I can find a way, cool. If I can't, oh well, I'll live. Let's see what's down here. I wouldn't mind charging up my helmet. So the charging station actually should be one of the high-powered items. So let's actually do that. Come here, you. Clear that out. Everything's cool down here. Everything's cool. I'm guessing my high-powered line should maybe run along the back here. So, how do I want to set this up? Or do I want them... And I could run it over here, right along this edge. That might actually look pretty cool. Like if I had this charging station set up like that, and then any other machines could run along the back here, and we'd have like, you know, a line of tubes going under there. Also, do I have more? Good. I threw some stuff in here that I needed to do. Let's jump into bat form. Almost there. There we go. Remember, the last thing you want to connect is the tubes that have the actual pressure in them, otherwise you'll wind up wasting your pressure. Ta-da! So that pressure should drop a little bit, which should turn on the kinetic compressor, and this thing should fill up to the point pretty quickly where it's got a bunch of air in it. Nice. And of course I am using the advanced pressure tubes because I want to make sure lots of air goes into the charging station. Cool. Alright, while that's filling up, I'll go ahead and insert my helmet there, and eventually that helmet should be filled up completely, and all the pressure should equalize. How am I for smooth stone? I can fill in some of these holes that I just made. Nice. Alright, so that will be my high pressure line. So high pressure machines that accept up to 20 can be along this wall, and low pressure machines that accept up to 4.5 can be along this area here. Neat. Alright guys, just taking a moment's break here because, oh, you know what I need more of? Is glass. Because I need to work on something that's going to be pretty useful for us, I think. Let me grab just, I think I can grab just sand and it'll melt the sand as well as the glass. This should work. There we go, bronze electron tubes. And is it blaze rods? Infernal electron tubes is what I need. Blazing electron tubes. Yeah, it's dust. Okay, cool. There we go. I'm going to program my farm outside that hasn't been running for a while. We're going to set this to a managed farm. And I want 2 infernal farms and 2 crop farms. And we'll put this new doohickey that I just crafted up and didn't have in my inventory and ready. There we go. Let's try that again. Manual farm, or managed farm, I mean. You and you. And you drop into there. Cool. Because I would like to have more of something that I don't have at the moment. So let's actually fix this. We're going to take this out of here. We're going to put the crops and infernal stuff in there. There we go. Now we're talking. Cool. I just need to clear this land out. Let's see. Do I have a nice shovel that I can use? Hopefully. I guess I have the Direvator. Guess that'll do. I'll just make it replant everything. I don't mind if it has to do a little extra work. And once it's replanted everything, I'll put the dirt back so that it looks nice. There we go. That should do. Just want to make sure you guys are all cleaned up. Alright, cool. That looks good for now. Alright, so while that's replanting everything, I need to make sure this thing is stocked with soul sand. So I don't have my bag with me that I can jump downstairs real quick and easy. I'll have to run down there. So there's a couple things we're going to actually want this thing to be stocked with. I might have actually completely run out. Well, actually, I do want... Well, I think it's already set up to do dirt. So let's get rid of this other stuff that we don't need in our inventory at the moment. Sand. Cool. And do we have any more nether wart? Now we're out of that stuff. I'm going to have to go into the nether and get some more nether wart for this nether wart farm that I'm building. But at least for now, I can program this guy. Alright, so let's grab you. Program him. That's the extractor side. So this is probably the side for keeping items stocked. Cool. And I'm going to just say keep 32 soul sand in there. And we'll be back in a minute once the farm is finished doing its thing. Alright guys, just tracking down some nether wart. A couple skeletons to deal with. Nothing major. That should be enough, right? This one and this one? That should be plenty. Alright, let's head back home. Alright, so let's set this up real quick, because basically the reason I wanted nether wart is I want to make more of those speed potions, because they're just super handy to have. And we don't really quite have enough, do we? Sure, 44, that sounds like a good random number. Let's go upstairs and see how that looks. It should have planted out the farm by now, by the way. So, yeah, kind of. Why are you derpy? I have an idea as to why. I bet all the water got in the way. There we go. That should get this thing to behave a little bit better. So I'm slightly interested in where water might come from, but that's okay. Probably should have had this allocated a little differently. Just get a scoop of water. I'm gonna have to do the water bit manually, just because of the way the farms are laid out. That looks like a good enough place. There we go. Now it should be happy. So we should have a bunch of nether wart coming in and a bunch of other cool stuff, like wheat. Because that's also required for the speed potions, remember? Alright. That looks good for now. We will be back to check on this thing a little bit later. Alright guys, the next item I want to show you from Pneumaticcraft is actually going to be pretty cool, I think. This looks like an awesome little toy. I'm going to want some cabling. I might need a little bit more, so let's go ahead and craft it up. And let's say an interface might be nice to have. And we'll probably also want some translocators. For that, we're going to need a piston. I want to see how much fun I can have with the aerial interface. So first things first. Let's get it hooked up, shall we? Pretty easy to do, just got to hook up this guy here and this guy here. There we go. And this thing should start filling up. Now he does need to get above 10 bars, so, you know, make sure that you've got a pretty nice pressure builder, okay? Once he's there, you can see that this thing is a pretty nifty gadget. Let's see. Emit redstone when never. Now we don't have to worry about redstone. Volume and security upgrades, not worried about that either. No, then look, the machine is linked with Direwolf 20. Cool. What's this do? It basically interacts with my inventory. Take a look. If we were to get, for example, a hopper, just to demonstrate with. Let's see, do I have any in the system or do I have to craft it? I should have, oh yeah, I have plenty. I just have to remember which sides of the blocks are which. So let's see, if I put a hopper in here and I put my torches in, watch what happens. Maybe the top is not linked to anything. The top might not be linked to anything. It might be the sides I want to interact with. Oh, there we go. Look at my inventory. Cool. This works from any distance, so I can keep my inventory supplied with items at any time, anywhere. All I need to do is make sure to set it up. So, to do that properly, we're going to want a couple nifty things here. So if we want it to be the side that we interact with, that should be okay. Let's see. Gonna have to find my way to an AE system hookup somewhere. And that might be trickier than it initially sounds. Wow, that will be really tricky. Alright, back in a moment once I get my bearings and run some cabling. Alright, so what I'm thinking is if I hook up my interface here, running it under there so we can at least kind of interact with it well and not get in too much of a way. And we put this guy here. By the way, it's the sides interact with the player's inventory and the bottom interacts with the armor slot. So we can swap out our armor if we did some cool stuff with this, but we'll get there. For now, let's set up translocators. And we'll probably want a little diamond nugget. Now, do you know how to make torches, by the way? Let's see if I... Yes, you can craft torches. Awesome. So I'm just going to keep one torch in my inventory. That'll do. What I want to do is tell this thing to keep half a stack of torches at all time is fine. And we're going to open up this guy's interface, and we're going to say... Not 1024, that's for sure. $64. Go. Check out my inventory. Nice. Every time I place a torch, boom, get a new one. Ha! Look at that. That is cool. And because the A system knows how to craft torches, I don't think I'll ever have a problem running out of torches ever again. Oh man, that's neat. I can do this for all kinds of cool stuff. Like if I wanted to do the same thing for cobblestone, which I might just want to do, just because I always like to have cobble on me, right? We'll just do that. There we go. And boom. So I'm guessing if I drop that there, ta-da, look, that is awesome. I like that. Is there anything else I want to keep at all times? I don't even know. I'm sure I'll come up with something. What do I have in my orange bag, by the way? And what just happened there? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, when I pick, okay, that makes sense. I guess if I pick up my torches... So I guess I don't really need to keep torches in there anymore. Potion of Strength, Remote Orderer, Milk Bottle, Oak Wood. I don't think I really need any of that stuff to be kept in there. Some of it I can, but cobble and torches I'll remove. So let's see, where is this one? It's not that guy, it's this guy, right? Huh. Okay. Neat. So, there you go. Pretty cool gadget, right? So that's going to be a lot of fun for me. And anytime I need to go somewhere and I need to make sure I'm stocked with the right number of items at all times, I'll manage to just add them to this export bus, add them to the regulator, and we're good to go. Let's get some stone, please, to clean up this mess I made. And I'll be right back. Well guys, I've tried everything from autonomous activators to hungry chests to hoppers to turtles. I have not figured a way to automate this seed pickup thing. So it's gonna have to be manual for now. You guys know I hate manual. So I'm gonna come up with something hopefully, but it might not be possible. It might have to be manual. But on the other side, I think I'm pretty much done down here. I don't think there's much else that I can really set up with Pneumaticcraft just yet. I mean, there's a couple other things that I could probably play with, but for now I think we're pretty much in good shape. I'll probably start working on some other things down the line in the future. For now, I'm trying to decide. I might want to change up just a few things. I'm getting tired of my logistics pipe setup, and it might be about time. Is my rubber farm still going? Oh wow, I probably have a lot of rubber. How much do I have of rubber? 310. You know why? Because yeah. Alright, cool. So rubber gets used and then it gets voided. Right. That's probably what's happening. Alright, so... yeah, where will I want to go? That's a good question. I'm debating if I want to rip out my logistics pipe system or if I want to start working on a brand new base. Because To be honest with you, this base kind of grew organically. It's a perfect example of what happened right down here, right? So I had this thing here, and I just kind of put it there, and it didn't really fit so well. So I spent some time, and I made a nice room. And this room works out really. It's like a perfect room. Everything works exactly the way I would want it to down here. That's what happens when you build your base organically like that. It's just like, yeah, I kind of throw things wherever they fit and didn't really have a full plan and design, because it's hard to build out a plan and design when you don't have the resources to actually build the things you want to build until later when you get them. Like, you know, this is a silly place to have this thing, but it fit there, so why not, right? So I'm debating if I want to just tear this whole base down and go with something totally new. Haven't really decided yet, because that seems like a lot of work. I might want to set up a new base. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see. And I just want you guys to see that I have 1,100 nether warts so far. Wow, that stuff really grows fast, huh? I mean, it probably doesn't hurt that I moved a couple of my lamps of growth over there, but holy cow, that's fast. I did not expect nether wart that quickly. Dude, seriously. It's a lot of nether wart. I guess I don't have any more problems with sugar potions, right? Because I've got plenty of sugarcane now, and I've got plenty of nether wart. Oh, you know what else I did fix, too? I want to show you guys this, because this was like a really useful fix for me. Remember my autonomous activator kept drinking my water bottles? If we come over here, we'll see. Remember when you put a water bottle in the slot here, it would automatically drink it at the first slot? And it was constantly bothering me. Well, I fixed it. Translocators pull items out of inventory a lot faster than import buses. So I just set up a translocator to filter out water bottles. So now when I request a water bottle, it should pretty much instantly do it. So if we like asked for 10 here, what we should see here is look how quickly, you can't even see the water bottle turning into a water bottle. And it is turning into one. As you can see, its water bottle's getting pulled out there, but it's like instantly pulled out by the translocator. Those things are much faster for pulling items out. So there you go. That was my solution to that problem as well. Alright guys, and with that, I think it's about time to wrap up this episode. I do want to consider if I want to start moving to a new base soon. I haven't really decided what kind of base I would like to set up, because obviously there's a lot of options, right? I could have all kinds of different bases. Maybe I'll post something on Twitter. So hopefully you guys follow me on Twitter. And if you do, and I do decide to post something, you'll see it there and you can vote on maybe what kind of base I'll do. I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to decide on my base design, but hopefully I'll come up with something cool. For now, this is Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I think, like I said, we've wrapped up Pneumaticcraft at this point, so there's not much else to do with it. I'm going to leave this auto run system going for a little bit, but I think at this point I have pretty much all the seeds I need. Yeah, I have like tons of them. And drones are obviously a lot of fun. I'll definitely be playing with them, so don't think I'll never touch Pneumaticcraft again, obviously. I'm going to want to do a lot of cool stuff with drones in the near future. I might even use them to help me out in the near future with some stuff I have planned. Alright guys, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.